Artlist.io.
Can you treat me like somebody? I don't want just anybody. I don't want just anybody. Let me treat you like somebody. Try to dive on a Rari. This forever, we ain't stopping. You the life of the party.
Music licensing reimagined.
I got that pressure, don't need no straw. Try to you special, I need your love. Need your love, I need your love right now. Won't tell nobody. Down the middle, if I get it, then you got it. Seen the first inside the lobby. That's a girl I want for life right beside me. Still together through whatever, like we signed me. Stay slow type, I keep telling.
Misters, Mrs., and Miss. What's up? What's good with you? How you doing? Hope your Saturday is going very well. Very well. All right. So, this is something new. And I want you guys that are new, I want to welcome you on. And I hope that you come back for more, and more. Thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope you guys are doing good. I appreciate you guys always that are coming back and coming back and coming back. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, so this is something new. I am making this. Y'all see it right there. Kabocha squash. Stuffed Kabocha squash. I never had it before. But I got the recipe, you guys. I got the recipe, okay? So, what you need, and you guys know I'm going to give you the recipe. You know I'm going to give you the recipe. I'm going to let you know how it turns out, and I'm going to link everything. I'm just going to copy and paste it down below, okay? So what you need for the stuffed Kabocha squash is 4 ounces of sourdough bread. So that's probably just 1 slice. And you have to, break it up anyway. You need 3 to 3.5 pound Kabocha squash. That's the squash itself right here that you guys see. You need kosher salt and pepper, which we have that. 2 tablespoons of unsalted butter. Got that. 1 medium onion chopped. Got that. 2 stalks of celery. Got the celery. And then 2 cloves of garlic. Got that. 2 teaspoons of thyme leaves. Now I didn't see the leaves at the store, so I'm going to use just the dry thyme. I'm going to use some dry thyme. Okay. If I can find it, because I know it's in here. Here it is. Thyme leaves. Got the thyme leaves, so I'm using it dry. Then 4 ounces of Gruyere cheese. Y'all, I ain't never heard of that. Gruyere cheese. So I looked it up. I Googled it. It's something like Swiss. So they said it's a nutty type of cheese. And it's kind of, thick. And it's similar to Swiss. Or they said the substitute you can use is Fontina. So I got this Fontina. And then I have Parmesan cheese, which I'm gonna mix together. And you just cut it in cubes. It says cut into 4-inch cubes. So this Parmesan says bold, nutty flavor with notes of crushed apple. So I'm gonna put that in there. Like I said, I'm gonna mix both of those cheeses up together. And then 3/4 cup of low sodium. I got the low sodium vegetable broth. So I just got this one, vegetable broth. And then, so this is going to have a good flavor because I got the chicken broth, not vegetable. So instead of, because we're not putting no meat inside of it, so I got the chicken broth. And then a half a cup of heavy cream. Got that. Half a cup of flat leaf parsley leaves. I got the parsley right here, y'all. And then chop that. And that is it, y'all. And then you heat your oven for 350 degrees. Okay, so that's already preset. It's already at 240. Preset for 350. Okay, so what you do is place your bread on a rimmed baking sheet. Okay, I got the Pyrex here that I'm going to use instead. Because I guess the rim baking sheet is that, aluminum one. We don't have one of those. We got a very jumbo large one, but it don't fit in the oven. So I'm going to use the Pyrex. And then what you do with the bread, so you, it got to be torn up. And you place it in the baking sheet and bake until dry and beginning to turn golden brown. And you do that for 14 to 16 minutes and transfer into a large bowl. So I'm gonna get a large bowl, that large metal bowl that we have. Okay, and then you use a paring knife, cut around the top of the squash, and you gotta scrub it. You gotta make sure your squash is scrubbed real good. And then there's a note for the actual squash itself. It says, choose a squash free of cracks to avoid having it split during roasting. Okay, so don't choose one from the store that has a crack in it. All right. And then it says, so you make a lid off the top. Okay, using a large spoon, scrape inside the squash to remove the seeds and any type of strings. And then season the interior with 4 teaspoons of salt. Okay, melt the butter in a large skillet on medium. Add onion, add the ½ teaspoon salt, 4 pepper, and cook, covered and stirring occasionally 3 to 5 minutes. Then you add your celery and cook uncovered, stirring occasionally until vegetables are tender and onion begins to brown 5 to 6 minutes more. Stir in the garlic and cook 1 minute. Stir in the thyme and cook 1 minute. Transfer to large bowl and add bread. And then you stir in the gruyere, the cheese, the broth, the heavy cream, the parsley, and a 4 teaspoon of salt. And then you transfer inside the squash, packing firmly as necessary. And then you cover with the squash lid and bake that until it's bubbling and squash feels tender to the touch. Okay, and then you do this, you let it bake for 1 hour and 30 minutes to 2 hours. And then you let it cool for 30 minutes when you take it out. And then you slice it into wedges, like a pie. Okay, and that's it, y'all. That's it. So I'm going to get started on prepping the celery and parsley and bread and cheese and the 2 cloves of garlic. Okay, so I'll see you guys in a minute. Okay, y'all, I got everything chopped up. I got the bread out the oven. Now this is the 2 tablespoons of butter and the chopped onion. And then you add a ½ teaspoon of salt. So let me get that. Okay, ½ teaspoon. About like that. All right. Then, let me see. And then a 4th teaspoon of pepper. I'm just gonna eyeball it. Okay. And then, and you cook and cover it. So let me get the top. Okay, so let this cook about 3 to 5 minutes and cover it. All right, then you add the celery and cook it uncovered, stirring occasionally. So in a few minutes, I'm gonna add the celery. Make sure this bread is not hard. This is how the bread look. Let me back y'all up so y'all can see it. That's the bread. Okay. So now I'm just waiting on that. And then I'm going to add the celery. And you stir it occasionally until the vegetables are tender and onion begins to brown. 5 to 6 minutes more. Okay. So I'm going to put the celery in now. And I kind of got my, let me get the parsley away from the celery. Just a little bit more, y'all. I'm just grabbing it with my hand. And with a top in my hand at the same time. It's smelling good. It's something like dressing, y'all, because how you have to do the bread or whatever, and then celery and onions, that remind me of dressing. Okay, so that's all of the celery. Let me grab a little more. Okay, so now you want to, and this top can come off. Okay, so now you just want to stir it occasionally. Oh, y'all, it smells good. It smells like Thanksgiving. Okay, so I'll stir it again in a minute. Okay, so that's about 5 to 6 minutes, you know, after I keep stirring it. Then you want to stir in the garlic, it said. So I'll stir in the garlic next. Just getting a little bit more celery up out of there. Let me bring y'all over here so you can see what I'm doing. That's how it's looking. That's the squash. And this is the top to it. That's the top to it, y'all. Okay. So I'm just stirring it until it says the onions are golden brown, or just a little golden. It says begins to brown, till the onions begin to brown. Okay, so that's the way it's looking. All right. Yeah, they getting a little more brown. Hey, babe. Hubby is here, y'all. Hey, babe. Thank you. It smells like Thanksgiving, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, y'all, so they more darker. So now I'm going to add the garlic. Now that's 2 cloves of garlic. So now you want to stir that for 1 minute. Cook that for 1 minute. Okay, so that's what I'm going to do. Oh, y'all, I got to take this sweater off. All right. So that's been 1 minute. Now you want to add the thyme. Now let me see how much thyme. Supposed to be 2 tablespoons thyme leaves, so I'm gonna put enough for 2 tablespoons. Or does it say, yeah, 2 teaspoons. Okay, that's good. Then you stir that up and cook for 1 minute. All right, now you transfer it to a large bowl and you add your bread. So I'm gonna turn that off. Where is the bowl? Okay, so got the bowl right here. So let me back you guys up more. Okay, so then I'm gonna transfer this to this large bowl. All right. Now, it says you want to add, so you got to add your bread into this mixture. Add the bread. Okay, that's all the bread. Now, it says, and by the way, y'all, I got this recipe from a Bon Appetit magazine. Y'all know how I got recipes up in there. So I was like, oh, I never had that. So that's what made me want to try it. Okay, so then you stir in the cheese. Here is the cheese. And then you want to add the broth. So it is 3/4 cup of the broth. So let me put that in the measuring cup. Okay. This is 3/4 cup of broth. Then you want to add the heavy cream, and you add, let me see how much. 1/2 cup of the heavy cream. Okay. So I'm going to do that over here. Okay, let's see, 1/2 cup. Which is about like that. Okay. So that's the heavy cream. Now, you want to add, let me see what else. The parsley. Parsley and a fourth teaspoon of salt. Okay, so let me get the parsley. Let me see how much parsley. 1/2 cup, okay. So this is 1/2 cup of parsley. And then, what else? And a 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Okay, so here's the 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Then it says, I'm going to stir this up. And I'm going to put this back in the Pyrex dish. You know, I'm going to put the squash in there so it won't make no mess or whatever. Okay, transfer to inside of squash, packing firmly after I do this. Okay. And then cover the squash with lid after I do that and bake until bubbling and squash feels tender to touch. Okay. So let me stir it more. I think I'm going to cut a little bit more off of the squash, y'all. Just a little bit more. All right. That is good. And y'all know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put this on the side of the squash, the Kabocha squash, and I'm going to cook that too. Okay. So I'm going to transfer. Let's put it right here. So let me bring y'all closer. Okay. And I'm going to put it in there. All of that is going to cook around it, y'all. And then you let it cook for an hour and a half to 2 hours. Okay, I'm going to put the lid on it. That's the lid. Now, I'm going to put it in the oven, and you guys will see me in about an hour and a half to 2 hours. Okay, y'all, so it's out of the oven and it's cooled off after a half hour. So I want y'all to see how it looked, how it turned out. Y'all see on the side, that's the little squash pieces I put in there so it can, cook on the side. But y'all, it looked good and it's soft too. So y'all be the judge. Does mine look like the picture in the magazine? Wait, let me blow this up a little bit. Does mine look like that? Let me know. Tell me down below. I'm about to cut it. I'm going to slice it like how it is in the picture. And I'm going to try it out. I'm going to try it out with you guys. So this is the thumbnail. That's the thumbnail. The one in the photo. Okay, so let's see how it tastes. Hubby just got out the shower, so he said he gonna taste it in a little while. Oh, I forgot I got a plate out, y'all. Doing too much, doing too much. Okay, let's cut it. Now they had the top on the side of it. Oh, oh yeah, y'all, it's nice and soft. Okay. Then I'm gonna put it in a another what you call it, Pyrex. Okay, let's see, let's see. Got those seeds in there. But I don't understand how it said in the beginning to clean the seeds out. The squash is too hard to clean. Get up in there and clean it out. I didn't do that. Let's see, y'all. This is how it look. That's how it looks. All that cheese, that pulled cheese. Oh, y'all. Y'all gotta try it. Y'all gotta try it. Especially if you like vegetables and you don't have to have no meat. This bread inside of here, takes the place of meat anyway. It got a good flavor, y'all. Good flavor. I taste the garlic. I taste the parsley. I taste the thyme. I taste everything. Everything. Yeah, it's delicious, y'all. Really good. But so like I said, y'all, I'm gonna cut and paste the recipe down below, so you guys will have that. Okay, you can make it if you want to. You know, it's up to you. But it's just something different that I wanted to try out, because we be having some of the same dishes. So I want to start making, you know, dishes I haven't made before, you know. So y'all tell me if y'all like this video. Y'all thumbs up. Subscribe if you haven't already. Comment down below and let me know how I did on the squash. Kabocha. Okay? Now, it's a drink called kombucha, but that's altogether different from this squash. Okay? And like I said, this is the first time I ever had this squash. So, but I was supposed to get down there and get them seeds up out of there. But I said, I wasn't doing that because I got a bad shoulder. I'm left-handed, and my left shoulder is messed up, y'all. So, I mean, it ain't messed up, but, you know, I just can't be applying all that, my muscle into stuff, right? You know? So, y'all let me know how you like it. Have a good one, you guys. Thanks for watching.